Well, look, we're finishing up work this week on the House bipartisan agreement. We're going to meet next Tuesday again, see if we can't dot those I's and cross those T's. Everybody here who's negotiating a collective bargaining agreement, we got to make sure we look at all the shalls that are in the contract, as Eliseo always tells me. But I am very optimistic. Many of you saw Leader Pelosi. She came to Chicago. She was here on Wednesday. The president was here. The leader said she expects a proposal to come out of the House, a bill, and she says she's optimistic that it could get signed by September. So take that. Former President Bush spoke just yesterday. Said do it because it's the right thing to do. That's encouraging news. But we have to keep our eye on the prize. And one of the things that this movement does, because it's a movement, and there are churches, there are community organizers out there, community institutions out there, and there are labor. Labor is a key instrumental part. Is that nothing happens inside of Washington, D.C. without a consistent and persistent demand from outside of Washington, D.C. And that has to happen all the way until you have the Rose Garden ceremony in which the President of the United States, Barack Obama, signs the comprehensive immigration bill. So we had a really good step, passed it to the Judiciary Committee. It's gonna, this week, everybody pay attention, this week, the bill is going to the Senate floor. And Harry Reid and the leadership are gonna give it the whole month, as much time as it needs to get through the Senate. My hope is that while that's going on in the Senate, the House of Representatives, where Republicans are in charge, different than the Senate, we will also be able to make and get the Republican leadership behind the proposal. It's wonderful that I and 3 of my Democratic colleagues are getting together with 4 Republicans. That's wonderful. But just because 8 members of the House of Representatives, 4 Republicans and 4 Democrats get together, doesn't mean you're really going to have a bill that's going to make it through the House. It has to have the support of the Republican leadership. They have to put their stamp of approval and say they're going to give it time in the Judiciary Committee, that they're going to protect it when it comes to the House floor. And we have to have the support of the Democratic caucus. And in order to do that, we need to craft a bill that speaks to the interests, that is balanced, that is compassionate, that has justice for our immigrants. I think we can do that. The one last issue that we really have to deal with, that members of the media in Chicago will be reading about, is the health care issue. That is, how do you provide health care to 11 million undocumented workers who we are going to legalize in this process without that costing the American taxpayer, or they're not becoming a charge to the American taxpayer? There are ways to get that done, and we have to craft it in such a way that we get that done.